Paul, firstly, how's the mood in the camp going to Saturday's game?
Yeah, it's really good. Trained Tuesday with the game called off. We trained today, obviously on New Year's Eve. So no, the lads are in good spirits and looking forward to the game Saturday.
Shouldn't the game being called off on Monday benefit the team, or did you want to keep the momentum going?
It's a tough one because I think Tom Bollinara and Craig Dundas would have both been out. Craig had illness and Tom had a sore shoulder. But you know, we feel that obviously it would have been nice to have kept the momentum going. But having said that, it's still Saturday to Saturday. So as long as the Basingstoke game's on, we won't feel that we're too far away.
And speaking of Basingstoke, what have you made of their season so far? And obviously, what did you make of them when we played them last Saturday?
Well, I just said to the players today, you shouldn't treat them as a bottom of the table team, because if you look at the form league now, they're probably a mid-table team, and I genuinely believe they'll get out of the trouble they're in. They'll get enough points between now and the end of the season, just about to be safe, I would have thought. Too many good players in that team to underperform, and I think Chelsea will definitely get them out of trouble.
Was there any players that caught your eye on their team?
Well, if you go through their team, they're sort of littered with good players. I mean, obviously Jamie Brown didn't play against us, but he had certainly aggression and a work rate to their team as well. But all over the park up front, they got good players. Manny Williams, I've always liked, and then you got Flood and Macaulay, and also Envermarum, I believe, played Saturday. So they have got good attacking players in the team.
What kind of year 2015 do you think it's been for Sutton?
Well, it's been a mixed year, but from our perspective, we look forward rather than behind. I think that last season was a disappointment, probably the first one that we've had for a long time, where we weren't really challenging to do anything. Where we are at the moment is in a good place, and look like we're looking like we can easily get into the playoffs this year.
Is there any team news for Saturday, or is everyone looking good for?
No, everyone's fit. Dan Spencer's trained well today, so Dan comes back into the squad. Simon obviously misses out second game through suspension, but apart from that, everyone else is fit.
Paul, thank you very much for talking to SSTV, and good luck for Saturday's game. Firstly, Paul Doswell says you're a very good coach. What do you make of that?
I think everything Paul Doswell says is right.
On to the game on Saturday. What do you make of Basingstoke Town?
I think it'll be a very, very hard game. We're a little bit surprised where they are in the league after how well we did last year. So we're looking forward to it, and hopefully get another 3 points.
In the season, if you had to pick out a standout player, who would you pick?
Standout player this season so far. I think one of the most exciting things is probably Tom Bollinara. He's been a massive plus for us. He came to us in pre-season. Didn't play in pre-season much, didn't play at the start. Had 1 or 2 issues elsewhere, but since he's come into the side, I think he's been an absolute revelation.
What do you like most about Basingstoke's team? Because I know they're bottom of the table, but they still do have some good attacking quality in there.
What do I like about them? Not a lot really. I think they've got a very, very good squad, experienced players. A little bit surprised, as I said, where they are in the league, but we are expecting a very, very hard game.
Have you felt you had a good year at Sutton growing into your coaching role?
I think last year was difficult coming into the club. There was a lot of changes going on, a lot of ups and downs. But I think since pre-season, we've sorted 1 or 2 issues out that we didn't sort out last season. Since we've done that, I think we've really progressed. Last
year's been a standout game this year?
Standout game this year, I think probably the Havant and Waterlooville game. It's always nice to turn them over, especially the way we did. And hopefully the second half of the season will be very, very good.
Ian, thank you very much for talking to SSTV.
Thank you.
First of all, what have you made of the season so far?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think it was a really good atmosphere, great bunch of players, and it's been very exciting. Not had a lot to do so far, so it's been good.
Have you enjoyed your role in the team?
Yeah, so I've been here a few years, but just come on full time to look after the 3G with Wayne Shaw. So my role at the moment is picking up cones, because everybody seems to be fighting to get in the team. So lots of good competition, so making my job a bit easier.
And what made the team's fitness this year?
Craig Dundas has really come on. I mean, he's always been a very fit player and led by example. And we felt that perhaps at his age, he maybe wouldn't be playing as many games, but he certainly proved us wrong, because he's a stick-on for every match. And he's also taken on the role of fitness coach. So he's very much the leader in that respect, very much so.
What do you make of the game this weekend against Basingstoke Town?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Again, picking up on what the others said, they were particularly good last year, and even the year before. They've still got good players, and it's tough playing away from home. It doesn't matter if you're top, bottom, or in the middle. It's always difficult to play away, so we can't take the game lightly. If we apply ourselves, I'm sure we'll do well.
What's the aim for Sutton in 2016?
We'd like to win the league, but if that's not to be, then we'll certainly push for those playoff places and hopefully get promoted the other way. So.
And lastly, what advice would you give to any young people who'd like to be a physio in the future?
To get yourself with the club as soon as possible, and learn from players, learn from other people. You know, if you can shadow somebody who's got experience, then. But it's to get experience, because you'll learn a lot at college, and the fundamentals are important. But sort of getting the feeling of a knobbly ankle or a bony knee is a little bit different from talking about it. So experience is the key.
Thank you very much for talking to SGS TV, Bobby.
Thanks for your help. Cheers.